What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on why I think that Adam Silver and NBA owners are not really stepping up to correct what I think is the behavior of LeBron James. I think and the way he's carrying himself in the sport. I just think it's hurting the sport. And when you have a guy who is supposedly a one of the goats who do some of the things that LeBron James do, I just think it's, in my opinion, hurting the sport. And so I'm thinking, I was like, and a lot of people wondering how can LeBron James really get away with this? Some of the things that he do in the league, like and he's doing things that we have never seen NBA players get away with. And I think that if the guy, what was his name, David Stern, if David Stern was still the commissioner, I don't think LeBron James would be able to get away with some of the things. Well, most of the things that he's getting away with in this league. David Stern was not, he didn't put up with that. I remember David Stern had he changed the dress code. With the players, a lot of guys was coming to the games wearing jeans and those throwback jerseys. He did away with that. He made it so you had to wear a suit or look professional. A lot of things that David Stern changed, man. As far as like your conduct and how you conducted yourself. David Stern, man, he would suspend you in a heartbeat, and so he wasn't. He just didn't put up with stuff. You couldn't criticize the refs at all with David Stern. He didn't put up with that, and so why is it now that with LeBron James you're able to get, he's able to get away with stuff like I said that they couldn't? This player empowerment, I think, I don't think that would have set well with David Stern. And not that I'm against player empowerment, but I think that there's a difference between player empowerment and like when it comes to free agency and what you do with your career. I think you should have the power to do that. But when you start affecting the game, then then it's different. Like with bringing in your son and you knowing that he's not qualified, then you're starting to mess with the integrity of the game. And they're allowing LeBron James to make moves to affect the integrity of the game when they don't care. And so once I heard Mark Cuban say that, that fans don't mind teams tanking and it's okay for teams to tank, then I'm like, okay, well, this is another example or proves that the owners really don't care about the integrity of the game. If you are, nor do they care about the fans of the game. They don't care about betting or anything, like how this affects the betting, or they don't have respect. When Mark Cuban can come out and say that tanking is good, publicly he can say that, then they don't have any respect for the game or the fans, or anything like that. When players back in the day, man, when those guys just were so dedicated to the game, they played hard. And there was no way you could get a player to agree to tank. There was no way. I don't even think you could get coaches to agree to tank, because if you get a coach to try, if he agreed to tank and the fans, don't, they're call for that coach's job, just like they call for the guy's job in, with the Dallas Mavericks. When this guy got rid of Luka, if that situation, I knew immediately if that situation if he didn't hit a home run with that situation, then he was going to be the fall guy. So when he ran Luka out of town, what was his name? Something Nico Harris. When Nico Harris ran Luka out of town, and they would, like, the Mavericks would have had to have hit a home run in order for Nico to save his job, meaning that Cooper Flag, they got Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag would have to really be take off. That went well. The other part of that is Anthony Davis will have to stay healthy. Kyrie Irving would have to come back and stay healthy. And those two things didn't happen. So 2 out of the 3 things didn't happen. The fans were mad because the team is losing. And so somebody had to fall on that sword. And GMs don't want to do that because now you're affecting, like, will he be able to get a job somewhere else? And so that's why it's hard to get players and coaches to tank like that, because now you're affecting their livelihood moving forward. Because if it don't work out, somebody gonna have to fall on the sword, you know. But these guys, man, they got to be in cahoots with this. It got to be like they have to be co-conspirators. Anytime, like I said, a previous owner says that it's okay to tank, then you have LeBron James running around flopping, and um, it just don't make any sense. He's flopping. He's not playing defense. He's getting his son a job when everybody in the league know that his son is not qualified for that job. And this is something that you would not have seen from Michael Jordan. He has sons, Larry Bird. I don't know if Larry Bird had any sons, but Magic, Magic got a couple sons. Um, these guys just respected the game too much. And so that's what's gone now is, in my opinion, is the respect of the game. You don't have, it's coming back, I think, with these younger ball players. The guys who are coming behind Kobe, I mean, the guys are coming behind LeBron, and the guys are coming behind Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. I see promise in them. I see those guys coming back. But as far as these guys that's on their way out now, man, that I don't know if the league just said, well, all right, we're just gonna have to ride this out, make the best of the situation that we got ourselves in, and just go back and reset once these guys are out of the league. But for right now, what you're seeing from LeBron James, I mean, I just never thought that he'll be able to get away with stuff like this. You never seen, um, Magic did what he had to do for the Lakers. I remember Magic the year. I'm not sure if it was his rookie year, but Magic had to play center for the Los Angeles Lakers when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got hurt. In order for them to win the champ. And I think that was his rookie year. But he made that sacrifice, and the Lakers went on to win the championship that year. Or, Mike, and people don't, people think of Michael Jordan as a selfish ball player, but Chicago Bulls, I don't know who their point guard was early in Mike's career. The point guard got hurt. They put Mike at point, and Mike had like 10 10 triple doubles, man, at the point guard position. Then on top of that, another sacrifice Mike made. Mike cut back on his scoring, which a lot of people, even though Mike was still a prolific scorer, but Mike cut back on his scoring in order to make the Chicago Bulls a better team. So for as much as they say some of these guys are selfish, they did what they had to do in order for their teams to be, contenders, in order for their teams to win. But these guys right here, they have to be co-conspirators in order for this league to be in a situation that is in now. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'm gonna check you all out in the next video. Peace.